Are your joints feeling stiff, sore, or just not as strong as they used to be? In this video, we reveal the top 5 supplements for joint health that every senior should know about. From reducing inflammation to rebuilding cartilage, these natural solutions can help you move with more ease, freedom, and confidence. Whether you're walking, gardening, or dancing with your grandkids, your joints deserve the best support possible. Take the first step toward pain-free living today. You've got more life to live. Let's keep you moving. Have you ever stood up from your favorite chair, only to feel your knees creak like an old wooden floor? Or maybe you've noticed your morning walks getting shorter, not because you want to cut them short, but because your joints say enough is enough. If that sounds even a little familiar, you're not alone. Aching knees, stiff hips, sore shoulders, they're not just part of getting older. They're messages from your body saying, "Hey, I need a little help here." And the good news is you can help. You don't have to live with that constant ache. You don't have to give up the things you love, whether that's gardening, dancing, or simply climbing the stairs without wincing. Today, we're diving into something every senior should know: the top 5 supplements that can help keep your joints happy, strong, and moving smoothly. This isn't about gimmicks or quick fixes. It's about real support for your body, gentle, natural, and backed by both science and the experience of folks just like you. Because let's face it, the more comfortable your joints feel, the more you get to enjoy life. And isn't that the goal? Feeling good in your body, staying active, doing what you love without pain slowing you down. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's talk about something that could truly make a difference in your daily life. Let's start with the one you've probably heard of before but may not fully appreciate until you feel the results: glucosamine. Now, glucosamine sounds like one of those words that only shows up on the back of a supplement bottle. But stick with me, it's actually pretty amazing. Think of it as one of the building blocks of your joints. It's found naturally in your cartilage, that cushiony tissue that helps your joints glide smoothly. But as we get older, our body produces less of it. That's when you start to notice the stiffness, the grinding, the crunch when you bend your knees. Glucosamine helps by nourishing that cartilage and giving your joints what they need to move, without that painful friction. Many seniors who take it regularly say they notice a real difference in their comfort, especially in the knees and hips. It's kind of like adding oil to a squeaky hinge. You might not notice a change right away, but give it a few weeks, and you may find yourself standing up or walking across the room with a lot less effort. And here's the thing: glucosamine works best when you stick with it. It's not like popping a pain pill for temporary relief. It's more like feeding your joints long-term, giving them the nutrients they need to rebuild and stay strong. Now, let's move right into its partner in crime, chondroitin. Chondroitin is often paired with glucosamine for a good reason: they work better together. While glucosamine helps build and maintain cartilage, chondroitin helps keep that cartilage hydrated and resilient. You know how a sponge needs water to stay soft and flexible? Cartilage is a bit like that. Without moisture, it becomes brittle, and brittle cartilage means more joint pain, more grinding, and less movement. What's beautiful about chondroitin is that it doesn't just support the structure, it actually helps slow down the breakdown of cartilage. That means it's not just making you feel better, it's helping your joints last longer. And who doesn't want that? Together, glucosamine and chondroitin can be like a little repair team for your joints. They're natural, gentle, and commonly recommended by doctors who specialize in aging and joint health. If you've been dealing with discomfort and haven't tried this combination yet, it might be a great place to start. And remember, it's not just about easing pain. It's about giving your body the tools it needs to heal and move better over time. Now, I want to pause here for a moment and ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly free in your body? You know that feeling when you get out of bed, stretch your arms, roll your shoulders, and everything just moves the way it's supposed to? For many of us, that feeling has slowly slipped away over the years, but it doesn't have to stay gone. Taking care of your joints, feeding them the right nutrients, can help you get some of that freedom back. Maybe it starts with being able to walk a little farther, or kneel in the garden again, or just feel more confident on your feet without worrying about a sharp pain or sudden stiffness catching you off guard. And if that's something you want, if you're ready to feel more mobile, more steady, and more yourself again, then stick with me, because we're just getting started. There's another supplement that many people overlook, even though it plays a huge role in joint comfort. You might be surprised to hear what it is, but once you do, it'll make perfect sense. That's omega-3 fatty acids, yes, the healthy fats you hear about in fish oil. Now, you might be thinking, what does fat have to do with my joints? A lot, actually. Omega-3 South are powerful anti-inflammatories, and inflammation is a big reason why joints get swollen, stiff, and painful. It's like your joints are throwing a tantrum on the inside. Omega-3 South help calm that down. When you take fish oil regularly, especially a good quality one, with high levels of EPA and DHA, you're basically telling your joints, it's okay. You don't have to be so angry. That means less swelling, less discomfort, and more ease of movement. What I love about Omega-3 South is that they don't just help your joints. They also support heart health, brain health, and even your mood. It's like a bonus for your entire body. But again, the key is consistency. One fish oil pill today won't change everything overnight, but taking it every day over time, that can add up to a big difference in how you feel. So, if your knees feel like they've got little fires burning inside, or your fingers are stiff and swollen when you wake up, Omega-3 South might be the gentle extinguisher you've been looking for. Now, we've talked about some great ways to feed and soothe your joints from the inside out. But there's still more you can do, more gentle, natural ways to take back control of how your body feels. Let's keep going. You know, once you start giving your joints the care they deserve, it's like your body lets out a sigh of relief. That stiffness in the morning starts to fade a little faster. You find yourself moving with more ease, maybe even looking forward to that walk around the neighborhood instead of dreading the ache afterward. It's those small wins that add up to a big difference. So let's keep the momentum going, because there's more you can do to support your joints naturally, safely, and smartly. Now, if you've already heard of glucosamine, chances are you've also heard of chondroitin. These two often go hand in hand, like an old married couple that just works better together. While glucosamine focuses on building and maintaining the cartilage in your joints, chondroitin steps in to keep that cartilage from breaking down too quickly. Think of it like the protective buffer that helps your joints stay cushioned during everyday movement. For many seniors, this combination becomes a gentle but powerful tag team. Chondroitin helps your joints retain water and remain flexible, especially in the knees and hips, which tend to suffer the most wear and tear. One of the reasons it's so important later in life is that your body naturally makes less chondroitin as you age. That's why supplementing it, especially alongside glucosamine, can help bring back some of that lost comfort. The changes aren't always instant, but give it time. A few weeks in, you might notice you're not reaching for the pain relievers as often. Maybe the stairs don't look quite as intimidating. That's progress worth celebrating. Still, let's not pretend a supplement alone is going to be a magic bullet. It's a piece of the puzzle, an important one, but the real magic happens when you support it with movement, hydration, and good nutrition. We'll talk more about those later, but for now, let's keep going with something that surprises a lot of people. Have you ever heard of turmeric? Not just the spice in your favorite curry dish, but the bright golden root that's been used for thousands of years in traditional medicine. At the heart of turmeric is a powerful compound called curcumin. And here's where it gets interesting. Curcumin is one of the most effective natural anti-inflammatories out there. And when you're dealing with sore, inflamed joints, inflammation is the real enemy. What makes curcumin so special is its ability to interrupt the body's inflammatory process before it spirals out of control. You might be thinking, but isn't inflammation normal? And you'd be right. In small doses, inflammation helps your body heal. But when it sticks around too long, especially in your joints, it can start doing more harm than good. That's when stiffness creeps in, and that familiar, dull ache sets up camp in your knees, your hands, maybe even your lower back. Turmeric works gently, not like over-the-counter drugs that can be harsh on your stomach or kidneys. But here's a little tip. If you're taking turmeric as a supplement, make sure it includes black pepper extract, also called piperini. This tiny addition boosts your body's ability to absorb curcumin by up to 2,000%. Without it, you might not get the full benefit, and that would be a shame, wouldn't it? And just imagine this. waking up and noticing that your fingers aren't as stiff as they used to be, or feeling a little more freedom in your shoulder when reaching up for that coffee mug. That's what happens when inflammation is gently turned down. You don't just feel less pain, you start to feel like you again. Now, while turmeric helps you fight inflammation, let's not forget that your body also needs building blocks, nutrients that literally help repair your joints from the inside out. And this next one is often overlooked, but it's absolutely essential: collagen. You might think of collagen as the thing that keeps your skin looking youthful. And you wouldn't be wrong, but it's also the main protein that gives structure to your joints, tendons, and ligaments. As we age, our natural collagen production starts to slow down, and you might begin to notice it. Your joints don't feel as springy, your skin feels thinner, and healing just takes longer. But here's the good news: supplementing with hydrolyzed collagen, or collagen peptides, can give your body the raw materials it needs to strengthen those joints from the ground up. Think of it like reinforcing the frame of a house that's been weathered by time. Collagen doesn't just help ease joint pain, it supports joint stability, which can help prevent future injuries. And it's not just about moving without pain, it's about feeling strong enough to live life fully, to kneel down in the garden without worrying if you'll be able to get back up, to walk down the street without bracing every step, to play with your grandkids, take that trip you've been putting off, or simply enjoy your morning stretches without groaning. Adding collagen to your routine is simple. It's usually a tasteless powder you can stir into your coffee, smoothie, or even just a glass of water. No fuss, no pills, just a little daily gift to your joints and your skin, too. A nice bonus, right? What's beautiful about this approach: glucosamine, chondroitin, turmeric, and collagen, is that none of it is extreme. It's not about overhauling your life or taking a dozen pills a day. It's about gentle, thoughtful support, giving your body what it needs to keep doing what it loves, without the constant reminder of pain holding you back. Now, if you've been nodding along so far, maybe thinking, yes, that sounds like what I've been needing, then you'll definitely want to hear about this last one. It's something many people overlook, but for seniors, it can be the secret ingredient that ties everything together. I'm talking about omega-3 fatty acids, those healthy fats you've probably heard about in relation to heart health. But here's the thing most people don't realize: omega-3 south are also incredibly powerful for supporting your joints. These fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, the kinds found in fish oil, are like nature's anti-inflammatory. They don't just help your heart or brain, they actually work inside your joints to reduce stiffness, swelling, and even tenderness. You might be surprised to hear that people who regularly take omega-3 supplements often report feeling more limber, especially in the morning. That classic early morning creakiness? Omega-3 south help ease it. And they don't just reduce the discomfort, they help slow down the kind of joint damage that tends to show up with age, especially in conditions like arthritis. When your joints are inflamed, cartilage breaks down faster. Omega-3 south help calm that storm, so your body has a better shot at holding onto what's left and staying mobile longer. If you're someone who avoids seafood or just doesn't eat much of it, this supplement can be a game changer. High-quality fish oil or even algae-based omega-3 south, if you're plant-based, can give your body what it's missing without having to change your entire diet. Look for one that's purified, free of heavy metals, and ideally includes both EPA and DHA. And don't worry, it usually comes in softgels that are easy to swallow and don't have that fishy aftertaste anymore, at least if you go for the good stuff. Now, here's where it gets exciting. When you start combining everything we've talked about: glucosamine to rebuild, chondroitin to protect, turmeric to ease inflammation, collagen to strengthen, and omega-3 south to soothe, it creates a kind of symphony inside your body. Each one plays a different instrument, but together they make beautiful music. The result: less stiffness, less pain, more movement, more confidence. And what's the real goal behind all of this? It's not just about taking supplements. It's about living your life fully, not watching it from the sidelines. It's about getting out of the house more often, walking the dog a little farther, dancing at your grandson's wedding without wincing every time you take a step. It's about reclaiming freedom, not just in your body, but in your day-to-day choices. Now, I know it can be overwhelming when you hear about multiple supplements at once. You might be thinking, do I really need to take all of these? And the answer is no, not necessarily. Everyone's different. What works wonders for one person might only offer a little relief for someone else. But the key is to start somewhere. Even adding just 1 or 2 can begin shifting things in the right direction. Maybe you'll begin with turmeric and see how it helps your knees. Or maybe collagen makes you feel stronger within a couple of weeks. The important part is listening to your body and staying consistent. These aren't quick fixes, they're steady support systems that work over time. And if you're ever unsure, talk to a healthcare provider you trust. Bring them the names of the supplements. Tell them how you're feeling. And work together to make the best decision for you. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Now, let's take a breath and look at the big picture. You've got tools now. Real, practical tools that are safe, natural, and proven to help your joints feel stronger and more comfortable. You don't need to suffer in silence. You don't need to keep telling yourself that this is just how it is now. Because it doesn't have to be. Small changes. That's where the magic lives. A capsule in the morning. A scoop of collagen in your coffee. A moment of movement each day to stretch and breathe. Before you know it, those small things start stacking up and life feels lighter again. So what do you think? Have you tried any of these already? Or maybe you have a go-to remedy that's helped you move with more ease. I'd love to hear your story. Leave a comment below. Let's turn this video into a space where we all learn from each other. Because aging doesn't mean slowing down, it just means we need to get a little wiser about how we take care of ourselves. And if you found this helpful, go ahead and give this video a like. It helps more folks find the support they need. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more simple, down-to-earth tips for living your best, healthiest life after 60. We're just getting started. You deserve to move with freedom. You deserve to feel strong. And you absolutely deserve a life that's not limited by pain. Here's to you, and here's to living better, one step at a time.